Hello everyone, I'm Faral Imran and today the topic that I'll be explaining you is called while loops are so easy. Well, they are actually easy. It's not just a sentence. So let me show you how it's done. So while loop is actually another loop in Python. So as before I explained about for loop, which will add the video on the top if you haven't watched. So while loops, it is done when the condition is true. It means if the while condition is true, then only that loop will go on, and then if it's not true, then it will get out of this loop. Okay, so let me show you. And the thing about for loop and while loop is that in while loop you have to initiate. First of all, you have to initiate or initialize, like for example, any value such as I or anything, because in for loop you don't have to initialize. If I say I equal to 0, and then if I say while I less than 7, and then there's a colon, after that print I, and then after that you have to write I is equal to I plus 1, so that it keeps on adding, or it keeps on adding the number. Otherwise, if you don't add the I is equal to I plus 1, because we're checking the conditions, so of course we have to update this I, but if we don't update this I, it will go into an infinite loop, so it will keep running on infinite times unless you stop it. So I is equal to I plus 1, and then if we, you can write like this or you can do this, I plus equal to 1. If I click on run, so here you can see it has printed from 0 till 6 because it said while I is less than 7. So then print I. If I don't do this, for example, I plus equal to 1, so see it goes on forever rule. I mean it's keeping going on. So I have to stop this. Now if I say if I less than equal to 7, means it's less than equal to 7, then print I, and of course you have to update it also. I is equal to I plus equal to I plus equal to 1, not I, sorry. Now when you click on it, so here you can see it has updated or printed from 0 till 7. As the initial value was 0, that's why it has printed. If it first checked the condition that whether it's less than 7 or equal to 7, then it will print I, and then of course it will update. When it will update, then this value will be updated, then it will check again, then it will print that value, then it will update. It will keep on going unless this condition becomes false. Okay, if I go for this print I and then break, means after printing it breaks. Okay, let's see what it does. See, because as one value has been printed, it won't go into infinite loop. To stop it from the infinite loop, you do that, you just print the I value and then a break. Break means it will just get out of that loop, means that loop is finished, so it won't go into infinite loop. And if we go for continue, so here you know what is happening is that it is not checking the condition. It is checking the condition, but see here, I is 0. Okay, it will check it is less than equal to 7. then it will plus it, means it will, whatever value it is, it will equal to 1, and then it will print I, and then it will continue. So it is doing this thing. If you don't understand, let me tell you once again. See, I equal to 0. We're checking the condition I less than equal to 7. So as we know I is 0, so we're checking the condition less than equal to 7. So you see here, of course we know I is 0. So of course here it is updated. So it means I is now 1. And then it will print I. So it is 1 now. Then it is less than equal to 7. It will become 2 and then print. Means it will update before, then it will print. Means it will update 1 or it will add 1 to it, then it will print. It is doing this. Continue means it will go to the top. So let me show you one thing. Here. This is infinite loop. Even if I add continue, nothing will happen to it. Okay, if I say I plus equal to 1. Here also it is going to the infinite loop, because you know what is happening? Because before it is printing and then it will go to the top. So it means it is not coming to this line. So this line is not coming. So that's why it is going in an infinite loop. So this thing is happening. But if you do this, that if you add some if condition in it, if I do this, that okay, here is that it will not print anything, because the continue, it will like reset the loop. It happens that. So here it won't come to this line. So this is happening here. Okay, so these things, you know what is happening? The continue statement is doing that. It is going above the loop, or it is resetting the loop. So it is not ever going to the next line. So this code, as it says, it's unreachable. So it won't go to this code, to this line of code. So if I do this, that I plus equal to 1, and for example, if I don't want to print print 3, so if I equal to 3, because that equal sign is for comparing or checking, so then continue. So here what will it will happen if I click on run. Here the thing is happening that it has printed from 1 till 8. So from 1 till 8 the values are printed. Let me show you what is happening. The first thing, as I said, that it is checking the loop, then it is updating, then of course it is checking. If it is equal to 3, it will continue, means it will reset, then it will check, then it will update, and then it will print. This thing is happening. If I do this, that I plus equal to 1. Here what is happening? Okay, here what is happening is that this line of code, after it goes to 3, means when this I becomes 3, first of all, normally this condition is becoming false. So this continue statement is not working. So it keeps on checking unless this I value is not 3. Why it is doing that? Let me show you. 0 less than equal to 7. So 0 is less than 7, as we all know it. And then it is checking the condition. Now this condition is false, so it goes to the next line. It is printing 0. And then it will update. Now it becomes 1. Now 1 is less than 7. It checks this condition. Now this condition is false, and then it prints, which is 1. And then after that it again updates. And then what happens? It checks. Now it's 2. It checks and do it. Then what happens is that it goes back. When it's 3, it stops. It goes out of the loop. Means it resets the loop. And the thing is that if I print here, it is an infinite loop, by the way. No, not infinite loop. It won't go to the infinite loop. I thought it was infinite loop, but it won't go, as this line of code it will not reach it. So it's not infinite loop. Let's check one more condition. If I say that I'm adding this above here, so I plus equal to 1 means it will update first and then it will print. So if I say I less than 7, or if I go for like value 10, okay, less than 10, if I equal to 3, then it will continue, means 3 will not be printed. So here you can see 3 has not been printed. It is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are values are printed, and it is except 3. 3 is not printed here. One more thing you can do is that you can input also, like take the input from the user and then you can use it in while loop. So let me show you here. So if I say that R equal input enter an alphabet. Okay, so now as I've written this, so if I say that while R equal to this, so it means this is an empty string. So print we'll add the double quotes or the single quotes. You did not enter anything. Okay, so if I run this, it will go into an infinite loop. So if I like add nothing, so it's going on an infinite loop because I'm adding nothing to it. So instead of that, I can add another input, that R is equal to input, then enter an alphabet. You can just copy paste this one. And then if I go for enter, add nothing, it's asking again, enter an alphabet. I'll just add R. Okay, so add, then we'll print. After that we'll print and if they add, then we'll print R. If I say nothing, turn alphabet Y, yep, it's printing Y. And you can do another thing. There's also a while true, which means like the condition of while is true. Then if I say that I is equal to 0, While true, it means the condition is true. You have to make it false to get out of the loop. So if I do this and it says print I, so it will go to the infinite loop. Yeah, it is going to the infinite loop. And if an add-in condition such as if I equal to 0, then it will print I, and this would also go to the infinite loop as it is true. See, it will go to the infinite loop. But if I say, if I initialize it or like update the I, for example, I plus equal to 1, and then if you see this, it has just been printed one time. So after it has been updated, so it is no longer, it has got out of the loop as the condition is false in it. If I say I equal to 8, so if I run this, I have to do this. If I come out of the loop, yep, it will print 8. If it becomes equal to 8, then it will print, otherwise it won't print. So it is keep on updating until this condition becomes true, then it will print I. Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you so much, and do like, comment and share my video. Thank you.